More than a dozen coatimundis are scrabbling at this haystack, fighting off each other to take control. It's like a treasure hunt for these coatis, better known as quash. They are looking for small treats that were carefully tucked away in this haystack. It's a regular part of their upkeep where the zookeepers pack in treats like peanuts and meats between the hay. After that's done, the keeper throws it into the management pen, and as we found out, this isn't just about the fittest getting the treats. They mostly do, but it's an important exercise to help with the development of these mammals.
The quash or the coatimundis, we hid their food in the hay, and that like simulate finding a termite nest or something like that in the wild.
It's called enrichment. It helps with the physical and the psychological needs of the animals. It also helps them to make choices. In the wild, animals like the coatis look for food as well as build their shelters, defend their territories, and escape predators. And so this enrichment training provides stimulating exercises where they can perform natural behaviors and help them to be more active.
The animals at the zoo in captivity are not here because we want to have them. These are animals that the government confiscate because people had them illegally as pet. People donated them because they couldn't provide the care they needed. Some were injured and they were brought to us for care. And some were born here. These animals require natural enrichment. So they need to do activity that will stimulate their brain because you cannot have them in confined areas.
Over in the management pen for the collared peccaries, locally called peccary, the zookeeper is burying food. The food is spread out and then covered. The peccaries appear quite shy at first, but they eventually make their way over to the food. Once there, they use their tusks to help dig and find that food.
What you saw today, for example, with the peccaries, we buried their food, and as in the wild, they will dig and they will find their food. So that stimulates their brain, no?
At the Belize Zoo, the keepers provide most of the animals' needs, so other methods of physical and mental stimulation are also used to encourage their natural behaviors. The method used in the peccary pen is designed to mimic the way they would go hunting for food in their natural environment.
So enrichment can be with their food. It can be cognitive, whereby they're using their brain like to find their food, to get their food. It can be in terms of their habitat, how they move about. And you can also provide them with toys. So enrichment can be in various forms. But basically, it keeps them occupied, it keeps their mind stimulated. And ultimately, the animal well-being is what is most important for us.
And this is something you have to do regularly.
This is something we do regularly. We actually have an enrichment schedule. So every day we do enrichment with different animals. So they're all occupied. And so it's not just coming to the zoo, feeding the animal and go home. The zookeepers are here on a daily basis. From 8 to 5, they have a routine, prepping food, and then working on enrichment and making sure their animals are doing well.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.